Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here and subscribing. If you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and let's get into this conversation. I thought this was pretty comical. You are familiar if you're not. But most of us are familiar with Dr. Heavenly. She is on Married to Medicine, very outspoken. She says how she feels, whether it's appropriate at times or not. I find her funny. I do like her on the show. I will say I miss Mariah, but anyway, that's a story for another time. But I digress. I wanted to share some things that she said. She was guest hosting on TGIF on Fox Soul. And I'll be honest, I hadn't watched TGIF in a while. I was a regular listener at one point in time. I just kind of pulled back for a while after the rant that Funky Dineva went on about Chloe Bailey. But anyway, that's not about that. This is not about that. What I wanted to share was something. It's a clip from TGIF from the Neighborhood Talk where she is discussing Tyler Perry's comments about Black women settling. And she said pretty much everything that I already said. She just said it in a different way. So I just found I'm not one of these people to say, oh, well, I said that. It's not about that. I just love confirmation and to hear that there are people that feel the same way that I feel about a situation that I feel is just flat out wrong. It's not about getting people to co-sign or anything. But again, it is gratifying when you do see someone agreeing with what you've already said. And so, and I found it funny too, because she said something that I actually said. I'm not saying that she listened to my podcast and got it from there. But look, they do say a lot of these larger personalities on YouTube do listen to content creators that do not have as big of an audience as they do. But I will say that the line that I did get it from a movie, and I will say that after I play this clip. So let's just go ahead and get into this.
I'm sorry. I ain't even get to the other part of it. What Black woman you gonna say it's okay for me to pay all the damn bills? Now you sitting your ass up, drinking all my damn Kool-Aid, acting a damn fool, want to control me and tell me what the hell I'm gonna do, and you gonna pay more than the damn light bill. Now that's relative, because some people's light bill ain't for $67. My light bill is $1,700, and you need to pay more than that, because if my light bill is $1,700, how much is my mortgage? I'm sorry, Tyler Perry done made me mad with that, because he's trying to act like, am I talking too much? He's trying to act like you settle for some bullshit. No, Black men, you need to step up. You need to step up. No, let's not settle. We're not selling that you could just pay the light bill. No, get your funky ass up, Funky Dineva. Get you a job. Get you another job. Get you another job so you can afford this mortgage. And I'm going to tell y'all Black women this. If he can't afford the mortgage, do not move in with him. Now, some Black women, a lot of us make more than our men. But don't move in a house that this man can't pay the damn mortgage. And a lot of times, it ain't just because I got all this damn mouth that I'm gonna get slapped the shit out of, right? This is because the man can't handle, the Black man can't handle when a Black woman tell him to get the hell up out my damn house. All you paying is the light bill. I can find somebody else to pay my damn light bill. I don't need you, okay? And so it ain't so much the Black woman. Black men have a lot of ego, and they ain't gonna be able to take it. So it's gonna be anger in the household because they don't feel efficient. And the dick ain't worth all the stress. I'm sorry. Al, what's your opinion, sir? Sorry.
So the line she said at the end, when she said the dick ain't worth all the stress, I actually said that, but I'll actually tell you, not that that's a new saying, but there was this movie made for TV years ago. It starred Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes. It was called Disappearing Acts. And Wesley Snipes was a loser. Regina Hall, she plays Sanaa Lathan's one of her best friends in the movie. And Sanaa Lathan, she got hooked up with this man. He was struggling, trying to get by, trying to make it. She was doing well. She was supporting him. She let him move in with her and whatever. And he just kept struggling. And she just got to the point where she was tired of it. And he had a previous wife and 2 children, 2 boys, I believe, with the previous wife. And so she came over to visit him, and she was asking, about the child support. And he's like, look, I'm going to be late. And she was just like, look, I can't keep doing this all on my own anymore. And then she was like, did you your brother told me you got a little baby sister coming. Well, tell her to call me. I'll let her know a big dick ain't worth all the stress. And those words are gospel, okay? Words to live by. Words to live by. And I will never forget that. And I live by that saying. Now, listen, it's so comical to me to see guys. I'm not even going to call them men, because I believe that you have to really be mature and you have to be about your business and your responsibilities to be actually called a man. I don't care if you got hair on your face and on your balls and your face, your voice is lowered and you think you're a man because you're 6'2" and whatever amount of pounds. I don't believe that you should be called a man if you are not about your responsibilities. The Bible says it. A man that does not take care of their home is worse than an infidel, worse than an unbeliever. And for those of you who do believe in the Bible, an unbeliever is what technically is what sends people to hell, not your actions here on earth, so to speak. But anyway, I'm not even going into all that. But the Bible's basically saying a man doesn't take care of his home. He's worse than somebody that doesn't even believe in God. So I just believe that Dr. Heavenly is right on target. This is what I had said in my previous conversation where I discussed this. Actually, I talked about this a couple of times. And the ridiculous part of this is that him being a billionaire, labeled a billionaire at this point, and you're trying to get all of these women that support your content for you to even be labeled a billionaire, and you want them to settle and be in struggle situations all to get some regular D, when most of the time, everyone's different, I know, but most of the time, it is usually the women that can hold out, and it's the man that, male, it's the male that feels like they need to get their sexual needs met, but the woman can hold out because she either it's her time of the month, so she ain't got no choice. She is not in a relationship and she's not out here screwing every Tom, Dick, and Harry. She is whatever. She can hold out. And it's usually the male that's like, I got to get it on. I got to get it on now and right now. So it doesn't make sense to me for a nigga to tell a woman that they should be okay with getting a man to be in their life, to be able to contribute to a light bill, to be able to contribute to a meal out every now and then. And then also screwing the guy too, when they usually, at that point in time, I would assume the woman would just be like, I'm taking care of everything and you want me to screw you too? Screw yourself. You know what I mean? So she's absolutely right. The D is not worth the stress. Why would a woman have to settle just to have this front of a quote unquote relationship for the public and to get screwed when you're already getting screwed technically by this loser that does not want to contribute? And there it is. A male that wants to be in a situation like this, you're going to wind up with somebody like Martell Holt or Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, he has been noted as being a user, a come-up man, using women and using their assets and the provisions that they have had to help boost his career. And then when he got to where he wanted to be and was finally tired of acting like he was loving this person, he discarded her. I'm talking about his ex-wife, Mary Harvey. Or you get someone like Martell Hope, the loser nigga that, in my personal opinion, he was never about anything. And his ex-wife, Melody, was that type of woman, in my personal opinion, that was willing to be with a man, even though he was not contributing like she was contributing in the hard works and efforts to get to a place where she desired for, not just for her to be, but for them to be, because she was willing to do that with him because she believed in the relationship and the marriage, all to be treated by trash while he was screwing this chick and wanting her to suffer through it and be quiet while he continues to do his thing. She's working hard. She's having the babies. She's taking care of house and home. And he had the nerve to complain about her not screwing him and sucking him on demand like he felt he deserved just because he was the male in the household. Bullshit. Women need to boycott Tyler Perry's projects. I don't watch his stuff, so there's nothing for me to boycott. I don't watch Sisters. I don't watch Bra. I don't watch the knockoff, ripoff of the show that used to come on Scandal, which he just pretty much copied that, and whatever that show was called, I can't even remember. He has another one about a cult. I don't watch his stuff. I heard the one that Eva stars in. It does pretty well. It's about strippers. How ironic is that? His eye candy. Him having these muscular, ripped, dark men that he can ogle over and he can cast for his show, All the Queen's Men. I think that show's about him. He's the queen. He's the queen and those are his men's. Oh my God. But women need to boycott his stuff. Don't allow him to sit at the status of being a billionaire. Just because someone has been labeled a billionaire doesn't mean that they need to stay there. I wouldn't support his stuff anymore. Women need to see what he said as an affront. Even though I already said that I believe that what he stated was a projection and that actually was speaking about himself, but he was trying to put it on black women because he wants to be a black woman. I mean, let's just face that. But yeah, him being a billionaire, he's not going to get a black man that's going to be at his level. Ever. So, yeah, he's speaking about himself, but yet and still, for him to do that and speak to black women, the black women that support your projects, that have helped you to get to the place where you were even considering buying BET, like, seriously, this is absolutely insane. Black women need to boycott him. And I'm not one of these people that's for cancel culture, but I do believe in you having to take accountability and reaping some of the things that you have sown. And the negative image, even when he just spoke about black women and how he changed his voice and was doing the head and the neck, like that's pretty much how you see black women. And that is something that we don't all do. We are not a monolith. Absolutely not. But I believe black women need to boycott him. But yeah, Dr. Heavenly, she was right on. She said everything that I had already said. And I just really found it comical that she said it in the way that she said it, because she may have said some of the things that I said, but she just didn't say it the way that I said it. But that's cool, because that's who she is. And on my platform, I speak things the way that I speak about them. And that's what I said. He needs to be out here. If he truly wants to be a force for change and being the change that you want to see, then he would be doing things where black males would have opportunities to get and seek higher education, to get trades, to get, you don't have to be a doctor. I have clients that have heating and air conditioning companies where they are millionaires, okay? to the point where they're not doing the work anymore. They have, it's a company and they have people working for them. You see the trucks driving all around town. You don't have to become a doctor or like Dr. Heavenly, a dentist. She's married to a pain doctor. So I'm not saying you have to go to medical school, but you could at least get a damn trade. Like, there is a shortage of that out here. And those skills are honestly dying. But those skills are things that are always going to be needed, because AI will never be able to fix a toilet or an air conditioning unit or replace one. Let's just be real. AI will never be able to replace windows in a home. There's certain things that AI will never be able to do. And doctors and dentists are contacting plumbers and heating and air conditioning, HVAC companies. Like, these are things that they're hiring for, that they need done at their mini mansions or multi-million-dollar mansions or large estates, homes, whatever. So if he was out here doing the work that he should be doing to aspire to hire and be an example for Black men and say, look, I don't know why it is this way. I understand racism exists, but you cannot use that as an excuse to not even try to level up. So listen, males, you need to be doing better, because the fact that Black women are outpacing you, allegedly, when it comes to the revenue, the income earning, and the finances and the moves that they're making, when they are double minorities, because one, we are females, and two, we are African American women. We have two things against us. It is not that easy for us. Did you hear about the Fearless Fund? It is a funding group based out of Atlanta, Georgia, where they want to help to invest in Black women-owned businesses, because the Fearless Fund, they created this fund to try to assist Black women-owned businesses, because a lot of funding does not go to female-founded companies. Only 2.2% of venture capital funding went toward female-founded companies, and less than 1% of that total funding was allocated toward businesses founded by women of color. Double minority women, African American women. He needs to be out here speaking to Black men. And hell, if you're a freaking billionaire, you create a fund to invest in Black men to help them to get trades and start companies. You know what I mean? There's so much fraud out here. It's just ridiculous for him to want Black women to settle for less, to want Black women to settle for losers, to want Black women to be in struggle relationships. And like I said, and Dr. Heavenly, she reiterated it, most men, especially, I won't even say especially Black men, but most men are not comfortable being in a relationship with a woman when they feel that they're not of a higher earning power than the woman, because even if the woman isn't trying to make them feel that way, they feel emasculated, because it is out of the divine order, in my personal opinion. And based on the Bible, I just believe in that. But anyway, guys, I loved it. I'm glad that she spoke on it. She reiterated a lot of the things that I said. So guys, I just wanted to talk about that. So listen, boycott Tyler Perry. Don't listen to Tyler Perry's advice, or you're going to wind up getting somebody like Steve Harvey that uses you and discards you when he's ready, or just continues to use you, or Martell Holt. And you don't want to get with either of these types. These are just a few examples that I wanted to talk about and came to mind. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.